Venture Vault presents the side quest story, the Verity Manor haunting.
Ever since I was a child, I felt as though something, I don't want to exaggerate, but evil has been watching me.
Content warning. This Halloween special side quest involves dark themes. If you consider content warning spoilers, skip ahead by about 10 seconds. Otherwise, here we go. This story contains gore, violence, death and child death, pregnancy and childbirth, infertility, and classism. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, fiendish friends, and welcome to another episode of the Verity Manor Haunting, a Venture Vault side quest. Ooh. Listen to this amazing Foley work. Oh, wow, the amazing effects and truly my excellent editing that have added to this episode. I am Cora Eckert. I am the side quest DM for Venture Vault. I also play Aleda on Venture Vault's main campaign, The Isles in the Car. My pronouns are she, her, they, them, but tonight I will be playing a host of different characters, with that, I will be passing it off to Richard Barlow. Richard.
Hi, I am Richard Barlow. I am the DM of the other Venture Vault campaign, Isles in the Car, so you can check me out there as well. Or if you want to see me in some non-D&D type action, you can watch me on Trailer Park Monday nights at 10 p.m. on Eastlink. And those episodes are also going to start premiering on YouTube again as well. So Trailer Park Movie Reviews on YouTube, you can check me out there. And then on social media, Instagram at Trailer Park Movie Reviews or at Richard Barlow 90, and then Twitter at Trailer Barlow or at Venture Vault. And then I will throw it off to Connie.
Hey, everybody.
Who are you playing, Richard?
Oh, whoops.
I'm playing Dart. He is a Halfling Warlock, and he's real sweet but real creepy. Now, Connie.
Great. Sweet but creepy. What a way to describe someone. Hi, everybody. My name's Connie. My pronouns are they, he, and she. I play Chū Chū, the Halfling Barbarian with a scarred past in this little fun side quest. But when I'm not playing Chū Chū, the Halfling Barbarian, I am the game master and executive producer on Transplanar RPG, which is an all-transgender, person of color-led, 100% homebrew Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition live-streamed actual play campaign set in an original, non-colonial, anti-orientalist world of me and my cast's own design. We stream every other Saturday at 3 p.m. Central on Twitch at Transplanar RPG, but we're soon switching to a weekly schedule in November. Woo! So check us out. We have a special, this might already have happened by the time this episode comes out, but I'm going to say it anyway because I'm proud of it. We have a special 1K Twitter celebration, 12-hour marathon live stream bonanza happening on Halloween from noon to midnight Central on our Twitch. So swing by whenever. Episode 10 of our main campaign is happening from 3 to 5 Central. So if you miss everything else, please tune in for that. And with that, I'm going to pass on the mic to a wonderful player in our Transplanar campaign and a great player in this campaign, C. Thomas.
Hey, my name's C. I use they, them pronouns. I'm super excited to be here. I'm playing Father Ox tonight. I'm trying to get it. I'm like already getting into the stance, you know, I'm ready. I'm playing Father Ox here. I'm also a player on Transplanar, and I'm also a digital artist. So the art that comes up on this overlay, the character art that you'll see around everybody's faces, was made by me. So you can commission me if you like. You can find me on Twitter at PieSharp art. Yep, PieSharp art. And then on Tumblr at pie-sharp. I really should just make that one thing. I really should. Other than that, I'm super excited. Come check out our Halloween special, as Connie said. But for now, I'm going to pass it right along to Nina.
Hi everyone, my name is Nina Nesseth. My pronouns are she, her, and today I'm going to be playing Finola Fox, a celebrity ghost hunter, an overall cool gal. Outside of this game, I'm usually, a professional science communicator, and I also tend to write a lot of cool nonfiction pieces at the intersection of popular science and genre, such as horror. And I have some cool writing projects coming down the pipeline. So if you want to check that out, you can find me on Twitter at Semabiologie. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to Andrew.
Hello, everyone. My name is Andrew, and you don't know me from anywhere else other than here, which is part of the mystery. My pronouns are he, him, and I play Aegon Venkstantz, the very shiny Paladin, and his pronouns are he, him as well. I'm excited to be here, and let's make a mess of some of the undead over here. Let's get to the source of this drama. I'm gonna hand it right on over to our DM, and then we can get started.
Thank you. And Dad, what are you talking about? I have no idea. Given that the title of this is The Verity Manor Haunting, I have no idea what you're talking about. All right. Well, last we left our PCs, our wonderful haunting heroes. We found them, let's start from the very beginning, shall we? All of our heroes, perhaps not all, but plenty of our heroes were invited to the Verity Manor in order to inspect some strange occurrences that the recent heir, Theodosia Verity, had concerning the recent awful death of her sister. She disclosed to you that shortly after her sister's untimely death in a fire, her sister's widowed husband started suggesting that they conceive an heir together. She was scandalized. He died in a tragic event right afterwards that she says was not her fault because she moved out of the way. You had dinner together. You questioned her about the house. She said that she always felt that there was some evil in this area. You decided to inspect the library where the fire occurred and her sister Hestia died. Over the course of inspecting this library, Chū Chū went up a fireplace and into the library fireplace. Chū Chū and Dart managed to inspect the fireplace and see that there was a missing gear from the damper that caused perhaps the fire to happen. Also, a ghost appeared, the ghost of what we saw of Hestia, Verity, Theodosia's dead sister. You started fighting something that was trying to cause harm to you. After putting a magic circle, Dart's magic circle on Hestia, the ghost of Hestia Verity, you soon determined that the ghost itself was not what was trying to cause harm to you. It was this seemingly mystical fire, mysterious fire in this fireplace that you started attacking. And through your combined efforts, you managed to stop that. While the ghost was still appearing, it seemed to be muttering some things about, thank you for this tea tastes strange, my, it's so warm in here. And as you managed to damage the fire enough that it went out, so did the ghost after appearing to go up in flames. You decided to retreat for the night. So Father Ox acquired a book that said it was the Verity family history. And you went into you tried to go to your respective bedrooms, but Chū Chū and Dart went through the kitchen, which would be on the way to the servants' entrance, where they were staring as they are chimney sweeps, and they ran into Olive, who was making a nightcap of mulled wine and mead on the stove, offered you a cup. Chū Chū got very tense by this, and through an insight check, managed to determine that that Olive has some kind of spirit inhabiting her. You let out a scream. Everyone ran into the kitchen, and this is where we find ourselves at the beginning of this episode. I might summarize that more for the actual episode, but here we find ourselves in the kitchen with a very startled Olive cleaning up mulled wine off of the kitchen floor after it has been unceremoniously chucked out of a hand. And you find yourselves in the kitchen, and everyone is there. What do we do?
I have just used one of my divine senses to suss this out. I think Aegon is probably pretty on edge at this point. I hate to be crude about this, but I think we should bind her.
Excuse me, what? What are we talking about?
No, that's
If I'm not mistaken, Sir Aegon, I believe you have taken certain vows that would prohibit certain activities.
Oh no! Oh, I would never. That's no. That sounds very expensive, and I no.
Well, I don't know what you're suggesting.
Miss Olive, there is no need to play games. Tell me, how many people are in the room here?
What are you talking?
How many people are in the room here, in the kitchen?
I can do simple math, can't you? Yeah, a man of the cloth, I would think that some of your education you could. Why don't you count yourself?
I would like to hear you say it.
Well, there's me. Why are you all looking at me like this?
Just count the numbers.
Dart slowly raises his hands up again to like almost saying I don't want any part of this, but also pointing them towards Olive.
Subtle. Fine, I'll play your silly games. Me, him, them, her, you, him. So that's 6.
And you don't feel anyone else in the room?
What? There's a bit of a chill, that's why I'm making mulled wine. If you wanted some, you all could have asked nicely.
I look to the party. As an investigator for the order, I am able to create a zone with which lies are not permitted. It's usually used for more investigative purposes, but it could be used in this moment if...
Are you saying I'm lying? Are there more people here that I don't know about?
That was my question to you, Miss Olive. I mean no disrespect.
I don't have to stand here and... for this interrogation. I'm going to bed. Good night. She starts pouring herself another cup of mulled wine. Starts going to walk out of the room.
Wait, Miss Olive. You said it was a little chilly? Where did you come from?
I'm always cold in this house.
Any area that's particularly cold?
Well, yes, there's drafty bits wherever.
Where did you come right before you were here in the kitchen?
My room. It's very late.
Just your room? You just came straight here from your room. You didn't take a detour.
Where else could I be?
I guess you're right.
I was in the kitchen. I saw that Juniper didn't finish dishes.
Oh, yes, that was our fault. We were eating very late and we gave Juniper leave. We didn't want to upset them. We're going to have to ask you to join us in the dining room. We think we found some evidence about what's happened in the house, and we need your help to suss through it all.
Well, I have to wake up early to make everyone breakfast, but I'm very happy to aid in whatever it is that you are doing.
Certainly. And we can handle our own breakfast tomorrow
I
as a
would
special
dream of
treat.
it.
Well, please, just come and join us in the dining room and we can suss through some of the evidence that we found, because your knowledge would be very useful.
All right, but I will warn you that I tend to drop off very quickly after drinking my mulled wine.
Don't we all? And I sort of like step back and like open an arm towards the hallway.
All right. She goes and walks towards the dining room, and we'll sit down in the dining room if that's where we're all proceeding.
Yeah.
Yes.
On our way out, Chū Chū's gonna hang back a little and like look sideways at Olive and sort of lean in and whisper, Are you in there?
Also, surreptitiously on our way, I'm going to bump Miss Fox and sort of just quietly mention, I've already beseeched the higher powers today. Are you inclined to turn or rebuke the undead?
Yeah, I can do that.
It may... an exorcism might not be out of the question, and if you are as skilled as your books say, then you could be very useful in this upcoming interrogation.
I tend to think you're right.
And then I join I guess I head to the dining room.
Doggett joins you. He was actually hanging out in the hallway because Olive didn't count him when she counted, so he must not have been there because I didn't include him. So, sorry.
As I walk by, I say, it's my fellow suppository.
I would be a better suppository, but I dropped my inkwell and I can't record anything in that case.
Oh no. Shoot, that's not something I
have a backup, it's fine. He starts rummaging through this bag. Sorry, I cut you off, Richard. What were you about to say?
Just on the way to the dining room, Dart is going to go to Chū Chū and like make this like kind of small talk, but it's kind of a like I'm almost sucking up because you're mad at me sort of thing. So he goes to Chū Chū and he's like, "Hey, good going back there, Chū Chū. You that was a real good catch. Good job."
Thanks, Dart. Looks standoffish, moves closer to Olive, away from you.
Olive moves away from you.
It's like a domino effect. Chū Chū just says, you gotta be more honest, Dart. And maybe what'll help is if I'm more honest too, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, look. Whenever this is done tonight, maybe we can have a little chat before bed.
Yeah, I'd like that. I'd like that a lot.
Okay. Good.
And yeah, Chū Chū moves into the dining room with that.
Cool. Yeah.
Olive climbs up into a chair, just kind of hops up as she's a bit short for a human, and sits down. Hello, Bao Bao. Hello.
He is here to play games.
He's the star of the show.
Stealing focus as per usual.
Oh God. Okay, let me.
No, I love it. Keep him.
Okay.
All right, let's continue.
Olive, I don't mean to rush you, but you said that you often drop off after drinking your mulled wine?
Yes, that's what it's for.
Perhaps we can watch over you as you drink it now, just to make sure that there are no unintended consequences.
Well, if I drink it now, I'm going to sleep. Ask your questions.
Do you mind if I take a look at your mulled wine for a moment?
I offered you a cup earlier. You can get your own.
Right.
I'm off the clock. It's not my time to work.
Certainly, yes, of course. How dare I? Sure. And I just sort of scurry off to the kitchen and While everyone's having that discussion, I quickly cast Detect Poison and Disease on the mulled wine. Burning through these spell slots, baby. What do we got?
Yeah. All right. So I am going to get you to do another thing on top of that. You can do your choice of a medicine or a nature check.
Oh, good. You know, paladins, they're always taking medicine and nature.
Yeah.
Shoot. Okay.
Or you could do this in and get people to assist you, perhaps, if you want to bring this with you.
Yes, I'll do that.
Do you want to bring it back to the dining room and have people look over it as well?
Yes, that's what I'll do, because
All right.
there are some holes in my skills, and
For sure. Absolutely.
Okay. So I come scurrying back with
the
pot of mulled wine.
Sure.
Clank, 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 clank.
Wine splashing everywhere.
Great. So you come back with the pot. You can set it on the table. Olive goes, oh, put this under. And she grabs like a little pot holder from the side table and sticks it under. She says, it's still hot.
Ah, yes, of course. Right. Yes, very hot. And put it down on the coaster. And then I look to the party. Perhaps some of you are more toxin inclined to help me investigate if there's anything untoward about our nightcap.
So a medicine or nature check. Andrew, do you cast Detect Poison now?
Yes.
There are nightshade berries in this tea, which it can be used as a poison.
Shade berries. That's not good. I'm sorry. Bad.
Are the based on the spell? Can he tell if there is enough in it to be poisonous?
I don't think so. I think it is just detecting things that can be poison. But if somebody wanted to do a medicine or nature check, they might gather that information.
Instead of medicine or nature, could I potentially use survival?
No.
Okay. Never mind.
I'm surprisingly, well read on, these sorts of brews.
If someone wants to roll and someone wants to assist, I will give you advantage.
I'm happy to assist. I would say that using my magic is probably the assist.
Certainly, absolutely. Happening. So you've already identified what it is.
Yes.
Excellent. So we'll say that gives advantage.
I've needed my little helpers from time to time. I know a little bit about this.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to take out dice. You said advantage? Well, I just rolled a nat 20.
Yes, you do get advantage. Let me tell you.
Grab my dice.
Some hot hands. Some hot hands.
So let me list all the ingredients that's in this. This is a red wine that has been, indeed, there's apples in here. There's some raspberry jam. There are a few nightshade berries. There is not enough nightshade to kill in this brew. This is indeed a sleep aid. Nightshade can also be used as a sleep aid. It can also be used as a pain reliever and can commonly be used in medicine in varying degrees. As with many things, small amounts are fine. Larger amounts are lethal, as they are for many medicines.
And what year was the vintage on that 20?
They don't go by a calendar system that we have, so that wouldn't help.
I'm being a wiener. It's fine.
It's Olive's little helper. That's all.
Yeah, Olive's little helper. She actually starts sipping as you're doing all this. She has no idea what's going on. Does anyone relay the information that this is nightshade?
I relay this.
Yeah, I could have told you the recipe if you asked.
Well, then I wouldn't have had the chance to show off.
What are your questions? It's awfully late.
Sort of give a side eye to Finola, just
Father Ox is going to kind of the same way that he got down lower to talk to Chū Chū earlier in the night is going to get down in front of Olive's chair.
Sure. I'm sorry, Dart, did you want to say something too? I saw your hand up.
Yeah, Dart, this was actually just Dart raising his hand when she says questions. He's like, yeah, I got one for you.
Are we taking turns? Because Father Ox is in front of me right now. It's a bit intimidating, to be honest. You're 3 times the size of me.
Yeah, you could talk to him. He probably has better questions for you.
Now, dog, don't underestimate yourself. But, Miss Olive, we hope to get you to bed as soon as possible. And Father Ox is going to tap his cane that he's kind of like leaning on right now twice against the floor. And I'm going to cast Dispel Magic on Olive at the 3rd level.
Would you read Dispel Magic for me, please?
I will. I don't know if this would actually be effective, but maybe we can do some theater of the mind here.
We'll see what we can do.
We'll see what we can do. Choose any creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of or, that's what it says, roll 20, of or higher on the target, make an ability check using my spellcasting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. On a successful check, the spell ends. So I suppose that means...
In my version, it says of 4th level or higher, so that might...
Oh, sure. Just
that might fill in the blank on yours.
Okay. For each spell, 4th level or higher, I will make an ability skill check using my spellcasting ability, which is Charisma.
All right. Would you like to cast a spell?
Yes.
And it just happens at the level 3?
Yes. So if the spell that's on Olive is level 3 or lower, it will automatically work. And if it's higher than that, I believe I will have to roll for it using my, for each spell, blah, 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 blah.
Yes, you do.
Mm-hmm. I will have to roll higher than a 13. 10 plus the spell that's affecting her's level. So I'll have to roll higher than that.
I am going to tell you right now that it will not work. So you can't, you've used it, but if that's all right. And it did not work. So anyone who sensed something within Olive senses that whatever it is still within her.
Still there.
Or not a spell, you're saying.
It would appear so.
But
Yeah, I'm getting sick of this. Chū Chū.
What did you just do to me? Why are you angry? What's happening?
Grabs a bowl. As y'all are doing your thing, you can say what you want to do, but what Chū Chū's gonna do is she's gonna grab a bowl, fill it with water, run it back to Father Ox and say, "Bless it."
The process for making holy water is slightly more strenuous.
Just
Father Ox is going to pull out a vial of holy water.
I also have one. Let's say that was my okay. Instead of scooping water, I actually reach into my pack. I dig around and I pull out like the oldest looking it looks dusty, like it's been sitting at the bottom of my backpack for years and years and years, like flask, and I open it and the hinges have rusted shut, and I just but I wrench it open and I splash all over the face.
Black smoke starts billowing out from Olive's mouth. Would everyone please roll for initiative?
Oh no! We used all our cool stuff!
I don't know. Father Ox might have a trick or two up his sleeve.
From 0 to 5. Does anyone have from 0 to 5?
I do. Opposite this time. That holy water came out and Dart was like, whoa.
Let me clear the way. Dart, what number did you get?
I rolled a nat 1, but it's +3, so 4 kind of.
Wow, 4. Okay, cool. That's great. All right. Sorry, that sounded really shady. We're going to 5 to 10. No? Okay, we're going from 10 to 15.
15.
Right, 15 for Finola. All right, 16 to 20.
16.
16, sorry, who has lower? Does anyone have lower than that? No? 16 is the lowest, great. So 16 for
17.
17 for Father Ox.
18? I'm going first?
18 is Aegon.
Oh,
Great.
sensational.
Unless this mouth smoke monster goes first.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
boy,
Who
yeah.
knows what's going to happen?
Curses.
Oh, man.
Used all my cool stuff on that stupid fire pit.
All right. So just because we're going to go in here, our order so far that we know is Dart with 4 for initiative, 15 with Finola for initiative, 16 for Chū Chū with initiative, 17 for Father Ox for initiative, and at the top of the order with an 18, we have Aegon. Thank you all for rolling for initiative so well. Black smoke starts billowing out from Olive's mouth. Her body turns rigid like a board and then collapses in the chair that she has been sitting in, the mulled wine spilling on the floor like blood at her feet. Black smoke starts to form a image on the table of a standing humanoid creature with a shape that's very long coming out of its chest. But it has not completely formed yet. As Aegon reacts very quickly at the top of the order.
That's great. This is great. This is going well.
Great.
This is so great. So I still have some tricks up my sleeve.
Of your armor?
So, up my gauntlet. I draw my 2 swords, and I hold the, oh wait, hang on, yeah. I hold the long sword aloft, and I chant a few divine words, and I beseech the concept of knowledge for divine favor, and my swords glow, and I am now under the effect of divine favor, and my weapons now deal an extra 1d4 radiant damage, and that, my friends, is just a bonus action. So now I'm going to lunge at this thing and give it two solid slashes with my longsword.
Excellent. Roll.
Okay, come on. Big money, no whammy, no whammy. Okay, not like amazing. 18, is 18 hit?
18 hits. So is that just for your first sword? Do you want to roll for your other one?
I usually I normally just roll both attacks first. Is that okay?
Yes, please do. Please.
The other one super does hit because that's a 22.
Excellent. They both hit.
So then these are now radiant swords. So the first one does 5 plus 2 is 7, and the second slash does 6 plus 3 is 12. So 7 and 12 damage from the 2 slashes of this divine radiant longsword. And I do that awful fencing thing where you're like, what ho!
Of course.
Yes,
of course.
Proper form, for perfect measure and distance. Like, Aegon is excited because he is now maybe a little bit thinking that this could be real. And he's like starting to get like, I'm going to write a book about this. It's going to go in the holy text. Like, getting really excited. Okay, that's my turn.
Just for flavor, in the corner, dog just going like, oh wow, what form? Scribbling away. Your swords, as they hit, it's almost like it starts moving through like jello. It's not a solid necessarily like a solid that you're moving through or like through flesh from battle that you might have encountered before. Instead, it is like a very gelatinous kind of thing that you move through, this like dark, misty humanoid figure as you're sinking in and pulling out with both swords. All right, that's Aegon. Next we have Father Ox. Also, you hear this like great of this weird, even darker thing where the mouth might be on this humanoid creature starts to open, as though it's like a void within a cloud. Sorry, please, Father Ox.
So is it creating its own sound or is it vibrating all of its vocal cords?
Pardon
Is
me?
Olive making the sound, or is the
no,
thing?
the cloud emerged from her mouth.
Yeah, so I was asking if it was
yes.
making its own sound, or was its passage like vibrating her vocal cords to make that sound.
Thank you for asking for clarification. Olive has passed out in her chair. This cloud has emerged from her. It is now making the sound from a dark void within the cloud, where perhaps its mouth would be. Father Ox.
To
now it is your turn.
confirm,
Yes.
is the cloud still attached to Olive's mouth?
No.
Okay,
Thank you for confirming.
Great. Okay, because that changes things. Blah, 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 blah. Okie doke. I'm gonna
Aegon
start.
got way too excited for those questions. I'm so sorry.
You were moving quickly. Don't apologize. I love it.
It's okay. Let's see. I'm gonna start with a classic. I'm going to grant bardic inspiration to Finola, I think. That's my bonus action, I believe.
Excellent.
So
what do you do
anytime
to grant her inspiration?
Let's see. Father Ox, I think, is literally kneeling down right in front of Olive. And he actually, with perhaps surprising dexterity, is gonna like roll over onto his side to stand, you know? Instead of like trying to like heave himself up, he's actually just gonna roll out of the way to get onto his feet. And probably land or come to standing near Finola and just kind of give her like a quick pat on the back as he then I get it. I know what he's doing. He's going to use her shoulder to like stand up a little bit, you know, which is a lot of weight. He weighs, what does he weigh? Like 320 pounds. But he's going to use Finola to get up. And then he's gonna like clack his walking stick again and start to speak. And I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery as he does so. And he says, all right, let's find the voice. You would hide in the body of an old woman. You would take such a feeble, small, fuck. I'm gonna try this again.
Yeah, no worries.
Because
we can edit all this out. Power of editing, baby.
Edit it out, Cora. Let me think. What cowardice lies in your heart, empty beast taking the shell of one so protected and loved? Be gone from this place. And cast Vicious Mockery. Which is going to be a wisdom saving throw on the creature.
What does the creature have to beat?
They have to save against a 14. Actually, is that true? Yes, 14.
Sorry, y'all. I got exactly a 14.
Oh, rip.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rip. That's okay.
So sad.
That's okay.
As you chastise this creature, it turns to you, and the features start to almost solidify into a face. One that Chū Chū, you have actually probably seen just recently. Just Chū Chū, if I could have you just roll, let's do like your own personal insight to see if you would have remembered this face recently.
That's a 19.
19. This is the face that you saw on the statue out front, the founder statue. Father Ox, have you ended your turn?
I believe that is all I can do. Yep, that was my action and a bonus action, so that's it for me.
Wonderful. So then that means we are at Chū Chū.
Okay. The name was Aglavel. Was that his name? Founder?
Agravane is the founder.
Oh, I don't know. Aglavel. Agravane. Okay. I really misspelled that. Okay. So.
Oh, wait, no, Yeah. Yep. No, never mind. You are in fact correct. There is an error on my part. Aglaval. Yep.
Aglavel. Okay, cool.
I know my own world.
What does he look like?
Aglaval,
Is he ugly?
As he starts to solidify, you see the face, drawn features on a very young-looking face. What it could be described as like a very tall, dark, and handsome. Dark features, dark curls, down to like the neck length kind of thing. Very shaggy. But you do notice that these are not, as the image kind of takes shape, these are not the clothes of a lord. These are the clothes of someone very poor, someone very workaday. And I will also add that this is the face of Aglaval that you recognize.
Okay.
We may not, it's the creature currently.
Sure.
It also has the long figure that was coming out of its body has now solidified into the shape of a sword going through its chest.
Okay. Why do I have a feeling it's gonna pull the sword out of its chest and start swinging? Chū Chū. Chū Chū is gonna go, statue man. And with that, she's gonna start raging as a bonus action. So I've used up 2 rages now. Woof. And she's gonna pull out her Lancey Lance and she's gonna swing on her own. That is a 23 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. It is going to take 2 plus 2 plus 8 points of piercing damage for the first hit.
Nice. Excellent.
Yes.
Sorry, 8 points of piercing damage.
Yes.
Nice.
The lance is she's gonna jump up and is gonna just throw the lance right at its face, right at this ghost thing's face, right through its gawping mouth.
Wonderful. Once again, you feel that you feel what Aegon felt earlier, this like almost gelatinous feeling of something not quite solid, but also not quite liquid as well. Do you pull back your lance, or are you leaving it pierced, or?
I'm pulling it back for my second attack.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Ooh.
Okay. And my extra attack, when I use my attack action, that is going to be a 19 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, and it is going to take 15 points of piercing damage on the second attack.
15 points of piercing damage. My goodness.
As Chū Chū spears him through the chest where the sword is run through, exactly in that spot.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
You almost see this like spectral sword sink in just a little bit deeper, and once again you hear that awful wailing emerge from this gaping mouth.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. And Chū Chū's gonna wrench it back out, and she's going to stay in melee, let's say, so it can't take an attack of opportunity.
Great. Let's say that you're actually like on top of the table at this point.
Yes, she's jumped onto the table and is scattering the silverware. And she shouts in everyone else's general direction, "Get the lady out of here. She's not safe." Referring to Olive.
Yeah.
And I'm going to end my turn.
Excellent. So that was Chū Chū. Finola, it is now your turn. I will also say, Doggett does look expectantly at you, should you wish to command him as a bonus action.
Oh, I hadn't even considered that. Hang tight, my dude. I am going to, do a good old classic Sacred Flame at this smoky ghost being. Can you make a dex save, please?
Yes. What do I have to beat?
15.
I'm so sorry, everyone.
That's okay.
I got exactly a 15.
This ghost be saving exactly where it needs
Wow.
This is one
Damn.
safe ghost.
Okay.
It's my bi dice, my bi and agender dice.
It's just
guys.
too powerful.
My bye dice.
You know what? That's okay. Is there enough space for me to use my movement to get around so that I'm behind Olive
Yes.
without opening myself up to an opportunity attack?
So long as you can move into range, it's moving out of range that would provoke
Oh,
an
gotcha.
opportunity attack.
Well,
So
I just mean because I'm probably moving past this bean to get around behind Olive, right? So
yeah, just moving into that range will not provoke an opportunity attack, but if you move into it and then move out, it might.
Yeah. I think we're both saying the same thing because I'm technically
Yes.
moving past it to get around to the other side. I want to be behind Olive, so just as long as I'm still safe there, then that's cool.
You are behind Olive and currently still safe.
Okay, that's it. I'm
Wonderful.
gonna. Thank you.
All right. At this point, it is now the creature's turn. It turns to Olive, who you have just moved behind, and says, "You have failed me for the last time," and reaches its spectral hand towards her.
Oh my god.
That's a 16 to hit. And that is, to hit Olive.
Oh boy.
Said to protect her!
So we are doing,
I don't have
this
anything.
is a life drain attack. So this
No!
is actually 4d8 plus 3 damage.
What
I only
the
have 2,
heck?
so I'm going to have to roll this twice.
This is
Anyone
Anyone
redundant.
have any like reactions that they can take?
I don't have any reactions.
I've got. If she survives, I can put a sanctuary on her.
Okay. If she survives. Does anyone have like
Well, I
Oh,
didn't
wait,
know
wait,
we
wait.
were on the imminent course for death.
I've got something. We're good.
Okay.
Okay.
So it rolled 14 damage. So Olive is but a mere commoner, 10 hit points, and no armor, cannot resist this attack, is unconscious in front of this being. Olive is down and making death saves.
That doesn't
Okay,
count as a critical, does it?
It's not
No.
a critical.
No, because it's
Not
not.
an
Okay.
instant death.
It's not an instant death.
I'm just trying.
No.
Yeah.
Not an instant death. So Olive is now going to be making death saves on this creature's turn, but that is not all that the creature does.
Of course not.
The creature affixes Finola with its gaze. Finola, I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
please.
boy.
Actually, sorry, a Wisdom saving throw. I keep saying Constitution. It is a Wisdom saving throw. My
Okay.
mistake.
All right.
Oh
So
no.
that would be a 22.
You pass.
Oh, wait, sorry. Saving throw? Hold on.
Saving throw, yes.
27.
27. Oh, well. We all gasp. This
Oh, sorry, 25.
creature-
I'm bad at math. 25, but still, it doesn't matter.
It's very good. This creature affixes you with its gaze. Finola steals herself. She's not scared of ghosts. She's excited. And just is absolutely thrilled to be battling one of the things that she loves to pursue. So she's pumped and not at all scared by this creature. It sees this and starts demorphing again into a cloud, and the smoke starts to completely exit down through the table, through the bottom of the room.
Can I make an attack of opportunity as it leaves
You
my
can make,
range?
yes, everyone who's within range can make an attack of opportunity as it
Heck
attempts
yes.
to leave. So that would be Chū Chū, that would be Father Ox, that would be Aegon, that would be Finola, and Dart, I can say that you are close enough if should you wish to.
Cool.
Yeah. 'Cause we didn't establish where you were, so why not be close enough?
Does a 24 hit?
24 hits. You
Okay.
were on the top of the table. You managed to spear your lance down into whatever was it previously its head as it starts to disappear through the table.
Yes. It is.
Let's actually, yes, so Chū Chū, that's good.
It's going to take 7 points of piercing damage.
7 points of piercing damage. Excellent. You hear once again that like unsightly groan of
Ugh.
And
The
it's
16 hit.
a 16 does hit, which yes. So you hit with one of your swords.
Okay, let's roll that sweet damage. 12. 12, yes.
12 damage. Oh my goodness. You hear once again that thing. The smoke almost starts to like be sifting up instead of like downwards as you hit.
I do one of those like downward thrust, like putting the sword in the stone as opposed to taking it out, just like
Absolutely.
Father Ox also got a 16.
Excellent. A 16 hits.
See.
What is Father Ox doing to attack? I'm so curious.
It's a good question, you know? I'm actually looking between, do I want 2d8 or 2d10? Probably, I'm gonna go with 2d10. The flame on top of the candle from the flame that's on top of Father Ox's head swirls around him, around his head once, into his palm, and he's like kind of reaching up to grab it, and he casts Firebolt.
Amazing.
Hello. Oh God, I hate math on the fly. Hate math. All right, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16. That is 19 points of damage.
19 points of damage. The smoke starts starting to almost disappear, become like nearly a figment of your imagination at this point. Oh my goodness, this is amazing.
Does a 15 hit?
A 15 hits.
Okay. So I take my attack of opportunity, and just my hands were up, and as it starts going, everyone like goes to attack. I just kind of like, without even thinking, do a quick Eldritch Blast at it.
Ooh, what does the Eldritch Blast look like? What color comes out of your palm?
It is pure black. Like it almost, if like black smoke came out of olive, it's almost the same kind of black coming out, but it's more of like a beam. It's like an absence of light almost sort of thing. Like a shadow kind of comes out of my hand.
Wonderful. This shadow hits smoke that is starting to like ease up into the air. Roll for damage.
Oh, that's just 2 points of damage.
Yeah, zap him.
Yeah, it was quick.
Zap.
I haven't gone yet. I'm panicking. There's holy water.
Yeah. Okay.
And then finally, make a little dex save.
Okay. Are we beating that 14?
15.
15? We're adding dexterity. That's exactly a 15 when I add the dexterity modifier. I'm sorry. What did you try to hit with?
Damn ghost.
What did you try to hit with?
Oh, Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame. So this flame emits, but the smoke seems to completely disappear into the ground underneath the table at this point.
Everyone gets a shot in except me.
You are out of initiative.
Okay.
Olive is making death saves.
Nope, she is not.
She's not. Okay.
I am going to invoke Circle of Mortality, which allows me to bring her back to max HP using the standard healing spell.
Wonderful.
Because she's at 0.
No, it maximizes your roll.
No, it says right. Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. Whatever rolls you.
No, it says right here, you restore maximum HP instead of rolling the dice with healing spells to a creature with 0.
So, if you rolled a d8, you would just get the 8. You wouldn't have to roll it.
Then how come? Okay, then never mind. I'll still heal her.
She only has 10 HP.
So either
a
way,
maximized 8, plus your modifier will.
Thank you for that clarification, because the description was unclear. But anyways, I will still roll. I will just cast good old. I'm trying to choose which one I want to use.
I just am going to quickly pop in and say I love playing with other GMs, and I know that we have 3 here, and I've heard that you actually have another campaign as well. So we have 4 GMs on this cast, and that's incredible.
All right, I'm doing Healing Word, and I'll just do first level. because I don't need anything more than that right now. Like, except for, yeah, there we go. So I just need to go get my things to do that.
I like that you like hide your dice away and then like pull it out.
I might need these later.
All right, so she's just healed for 6 HP, which is still.
You don't have to roll if she's down, eh? You just take the maximum thing.
Oh, sorry, I rolled anyway. Oh,
That's okay.
so then 4 + 4, she's healed for 8.
There you go. Yeah.
So Olive, who
Grossly
momentarily-
misinterpreting all of my skills.
Otherwise, Circle of Mortality be the most busted move in the game.
Wouldn't
It's still semi-busted. Like it's super useful because you wait for your allies to die before you heal them, which is like awful. But it's really great. Sorry, we were interrupting you.
That's okay. No, let's geek out. I love it. So Olive, who stopped breathing for about, let's say 12 seconds. A shuddering breath enters into her. And her eyelids flicker. What happened to me? And she faints.
I have a question.
Damn it!
Yes.
While I'm there, not to like abuse my stuff that I have, but can I use Eyes of the Grave just to see if there is any undead still like chilling out in our pal? If there's still something like
Any leftovers?
lingering or malingering? Yeah,
Sure.
that's it. It's just a feat. So
All right. So can you read it out to me, please?
sure. I gained the ability. It's the same as Andrew's kind of ability, almost. I have the ability to occasionally sense the presence of the undead. As an action, I can open my awareness to magically detect undead as long as they are within 60 feet and not behind total cover. I don't know if flesh counts as total cover. No, it doesn't, according to Andrew's vigorous shaking of his head. And as long as it's not protected by divination magic.
You do feel that there is a undead presence, but it's coming from Dart. It's not the thing that you were battling before.
I was already aware of that one. Because that's what I detected last time I used this exact spell. Okay. All
I'm
right.
imagining in her mind, just like, oh, it's just you.
It's just-
Oh, Dart.
It's that creep. Oh.
Is there a fireplace, chimney chute, anything in this room or that I would know close by that would lead to a basement or somewhere where this spirit may have gone if it went down?
There is a heating vent, but you would know that it would lead upwards. The only thing that would necessarily lead downwards might be a cellar. This house was based on a very rock solid base. So the only thing that was built to go downwards, there's no basement, would be the cellar with like a cold room off of the kitchen, and even that wouldn't go down very deep. You know houses. I'm just giving you this information as a chimney sweep. It's, yeah.
Yeah. So would it, even though it's not very deep, would it run under this room?
No.
No.
Okay.
I've
crouched to attend to Miss Olive.
Mm-hmm.
Is she conscious? Like, is she with us?
She's fainted from, she's elderly, but you can probably try to revive her. But she's alive and, breathing.
Could I pick her up sort of like, the bodyguard style and walk her over to the sitting room and put her down on the couch?
Certainly, the parlor where you first entered, absolutely.
Yes, that's where I'd like to head. Thank you. And
I was wondering whether
We can't afford the rights to that.
bodyguard.
oh yeah, you could maybe get like 2 notes. I shouldn't have. Yeah.
We're fine. We're good. I think it's like you can have a 6-second sample of music, so we're good. Yeah.
It's one of those songs that you only need to hear and everyone knows what you're talking about.
We're good. We don't have to edit out. We're
Yeah,
fine.
no, it's perfect.
So Olive is now on the couch in the parlor. Does everyone follow you? Do they inspect the room? What are we doing?
Can kind of as this all is happening, the firebolt that Father Ox cast comes back, and he just kind of like puts it right back on his horn, basically.
Beautiful. I love that.
And he's not going to crowd around Olive. It seems like Finola and Aegon are taking care of it. Instead, he's going to pat Chū Chū on the shoulder. That was some very smart thinking, Chū Chū. Well done.
Really? I don't know. I just sort of acted without thinking.
But you have very good instincts.
Thanks. Chū Chū doesn't know how to take a compliment. Goes, you kind of smell. You smell.
It has been a long day. Father Ox smiles anyway. His teeth are a little sharp for a cow. And he kind of like ushers Chū Chū and giving Dart like an easy kind of glance, like not quite like the intense stares that he's leveled at him before, but kind of a gesture to follow, and follows to the parlor. It would suit us best to not be alone.
Yeah, I'm glad I called for help. I don't know what that thing would have done to me and Dart if it was just us.
Dart, you hear in your head, well, you're never alone, are you?
Dart kind of does one last scan of the room to make sure everything is gone, and then follows Chū Chū and Father Ox out. But like when hearing that in his head and he starts to leave, he just kind of quietly mouths, "Shut up."
You hear a little bit of laughter. Excellent. So we're all in the parlor?
Yes.
Excellent. Doggett is enthusiastic, like, oh, the things I wrote down. Oh, this is going to be our best book yet, Miss Finola.
I am, as I put her down on the couch, I head to the other side of the room and I'm just staring out the window, and there's like sort of like trembling. You could kind of hear the tinking of armor as I'm like furiously thinking to myself, like, okay, all right, okay.
You're staring out the window?
Yes.
Do a perception check.
Nice.
Immediately.
I love that I've gone here to be introspective, and instead there is something to be alert. Oh, boo. 12?
You see the statue in the center of the courtyard, and it does indeed look almost exactly like the figure. Although this statue appears to be like much older and dressed in much finer clothes. So that is, as you can read at the base of it, Ag Laval. So that is our founder of the house.
And he's not being impaled.
He's not impaled as the statue. I think that would be a little morbid as a founder statue. Although, people make, all sorts of founder statues of all bunch of, like, in real world of awful, awful people. So, let's tear those things down. But maybe that's not the case here. I don't know. I can't speak for this world.
So the ghost that we saw looked like him, but was getting impaled by something.
Yes, a younger version.
A younger version of this dude getting stabbed in the heart. Mm-hmm. By a giant object.
Chū Chū goes over to where you're standing, Aegon, and just sort of copies and follows your gaze, looking out. Does Chū Chū also see the statue again?
Yes, you do see the statue again. And something that I realized when I was editing episode 1, Chū Chū, when I mentioned the base, I said that it had the name of the founder at the bottom. Mm-hmm. That was before I realized that you were playing Chū Chū as illiterate. So I just gave that to you. But I will say that at the base in Celestial, because Chū Chū can just innately know what Celestial is, you do see once again the family motto of "with greatness comes sacrifice" at the bottom, underneath the name of Aglavel Verity.
Around what time is it right now?
Let's see. So we had dinner. We fought a ghost. We fought another ghost. Let's say, and dinner was quite late. Dinner was like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So, and then probably
midnight?
took a good 2 hours. So let's say midnight. It might be the witching hour. You're also looking out the window.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Would you care to do a perception check?
Me?
Yes, you.
Yes, I would care to do a perception check. Ha! 7.
That's the statue you saw
Wait.
before.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Great.
Ooh.
13?
That is the statue you saw before.
Damn it, okay. Chū Chū takes one look at the statue, curls her fists, barges out of the house,
Ooh, okay.
throws like the
Excellent.
doors open, right?
Bam! In
Bam.
your rage, you just bam take
Yes.
these double doors out and down.
Yes, dramatically. And then she is taking out, let's see what she has here, a length of hempen rope and is making the end of it into like a noose as she's walking toward the statue, letting out like a, this is the last time I've fucked with another demon. And she storms up to the statue and is going to try to climb it, loop the noose around its neck, and yank it down.
I'm like
Dart chases
follow-
after.
Yeah, I'm following after with like the one finger in the air, like, Chū Chū, dear, pardon me, Chū Chū, I'm not quite sure that this.
Yep,
Look,
but
there are
she's
many
like
statues which should
storming.
be, there are many,
And-
many statues which I agree should be torn down, but perhaps this might not be one of them.
And when Dart is chasing, he knows better than to try to stop Chū Chū. But he's just like, Chū Chū, what are we doing? What are we doing here, Chū Chū?
The last time something demonic fucks with me. And she's going to try to throw the noose around its neck.
Oh, geez.
Okay.
Do I need a roll for
has
that?
follow too because she doesn't want to miss this action.
Right, it's juicy.
Yeah, let's do a low DC for throwing that rope. Yeah, because it's just a rope around a statue, so it's not like it's trying to dart out of the way.
Dexterity, athletics.
Let's your choice.
Let's say athletics, my choice. 13, 17, 1, 2, 3, 20.
Yeah, that loop in one swing. It's like Chū Chū is an expert with a lasso. Probably has used it to like get up onto a roof here and there, secured against a chimney, and like climbed up that way.
Absolutely. And then she's going to try to pull the entire statue down by herself.
That might be a harder DC.
Dart
everyone
is
else
going
doing,
to
we'll
just
do it.
grab onto the rope and just like
Awesome.
kind of look at Chū Chū and be like, you sure about this, buddy?
I'm not thinking right now. I just need to act.
All right, then let's do it.
You're getting help, so I'm gonna have you roll with advantage.
Is it just a straight strength check, athletics, or?
Straight strength, yeah. It is a very strong statue. It might be hard to pull down, but you might get there.
18?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't come up with the DC before this. Yeah, sure. Your lasso, with Dart's help, you managed to pull and pull and pull, and the base snaps at the ankles of this founder statue, and it clunks right next to you. Roll dexterity. Let's see if it hits you at all.
A saving
no!
throw or a check?
Get down.
Is this a
Dexterity
saving?
a save? Yes, a saving
Okay.
throw. Dart, I'm also gonna have you do that as well
Yeah.
because you were right there.
that's-
17.
That's fine. I'll take it. It's a 2.
I'm seeing like Wile E. Coyote levels of like.
Please take just 4 bludgeoning damage, please. Oh, sorry,
okay.
Dart, what are you gonna say?
I was gonna say, I was gonna ask if it's possible, since I rolled 17, to use my 17 and push Chū Chū out of the way and take the damage instead.
I will let you take half the damage.
Okay.
So you both take 2 points of bludgeoning damage because I rolled just a 4 on a d6.
Yeah.
And you managed to both just kind of like get your shoulders in the way. You kind of pull Chū Chū in the way, but in the way you like kind of hurt your hand a little bit.
And Chū Chū falls onto her butt and is panting very heavily.
Excellent. So this statue has broken at the ankles, has fallen at your feet face down. The face has like hit the pavement and the face has smashed in.
Christopher Columbus style.
Yeah. Where's
Um,
Father Ox?
He was in the parlor.
Father Ox is still in the parlor.
Oh, thank God.
He didn't go.
The second I followed you out, I was like, oh, Olive is super dead.
Dart's just like holding the shoulder that got hurt. You said it was the shoulder, right? That got?
Yes, the shoulder. Yeah.
And just kind of looks at Chū Chū and is just like, well, that was fun.
And some of the rage is like dissipating a little. I just had to do that. I haven't been entirely honest with you, Dart, either, about me and all of you. And she sort of looks at Finola and Aegon, squints at Father Ox's form silhouetted in the light of the parlor, says, when I was a child, a dark entity plagued my home. This is I survived, so did my family, but I came out of that experience forever changed. I don't sound like this normally, okay? I actually sound like this, but I'm not that girl. I'm not Mo Chū anymore. That's what these entities do. If you survive, they change you for the worse. And she falls silent.
Dart's just gonna walk up. She was still like, you said she fell on her butt. Is she still down?
Yeah, she looks very
okay.
pathetic.
So Dart's just gonna come up and like just put his hand out to help you up.
Okay. Chū Chū silently accepts and stands.
And then when Chū Chū gets up, he's just gonna like pat her shoulder and give like the understanding nod and like that like we don't know how to talk about things, but like I'm here for you kind of understanding nod. And just like keep his hand on your shoulder and like kind of squeeze a little bit.
Okay. Chū Chū hangs her head and begins to walk back into the manor.
Excellent.
Dart will follow.
Wonderful.
The Misfits want to share their treasure with you. Help us get to 500 followers here on Twitter and be entered to win this set of dice. Looking for more ways to enter? Subscribe to our YouTube channel, or like, comment, and subscribe.
Hi, everybody. My name's Connie. My pronouns are they, he, and she. I play Chū Chū, the Halfling Barbarian with a scarred past in this little fun side quest. But when I'm not playing Chū Chū, the Halfling Barbarian, I am the game master and executive producer on Transplanar RPG, which is an all-transgender, person of color-led, 100% homebrew Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition live-streamed actual play campaign set in an original, non-colonial, anti-orientalist world of me and my cast's own design. We stream every other Saturday at 3 p.m. Central on Twitch at Transplanar RPG, but we're soon switching to a weekly schedule in November. Woo! So check us out. We have a special 1K Twitter celebration, 12-hour marathon live stream bonanza happening on Halloween from noon to midnight Central on our Twitch. So swing by whenever. Episode 10 of our main campaign is happening from 3 to 5 Central. So if you miss everything else, please tune in for that.
And welcome back, fiendish friends. Where we left off was Olive is passed out in the parlor, and we have just pulled a statue of the Verity founder down onto the ground and crushed its face, almost accidentally hurting ourselves in the meantime for Chū Chū and for Dart. Also, there was a stunning reveal of Chū Chū's actual voice, but they insist that she doesn't speak that way anymore. So she is not that child anymore. And that is where we left off. How would we like to proceed with our night, everyone?
Father Ox, if and when our fellow party members come back into the parlor, Father Ox is sitting on the couch next to Olive's decommissioned body, perhaps. He has his like legs crossed and he's reclining and he has the book open. He's doing some light reading.
Excellent.
And he's nodding off a little bit as he does so, but he's reading.
Wonderful. For the two people who have their kits, even though Father Ox is revealing this, I will get you to open this and I will send a document into our family chat. So the clue that we would be looking for would be a labeled clue FT1. FT1. And I'm going to drop an asset into our Discord off my computer.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Can we open it? It says
Yes.
An investigation thing on it. Ooh.
You know what? It would have been if you hadn't found that book, but you do have the book.
The camera might not focus.
Wow.
Oh, interesting.
Are there holes cut out of it?
No, it's because it's blue and my blue screen.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I was gonna be like, that's intense. Those are the ghosts.
Whoa. It's kind of cool, Richard.
it is.
Like,
All right.
Cooler than mine.
There we go.
interesting.
All right.
Interesting.
Yes, so the asset that we're going to bring up for our viewers at this point is the family tree of the Verity family. When we look at this, it is actually drawn into this handwritten tomb of the Verity family. It was written by Zacharias Verity, as we read on the front in our last session. You do notice an interesting mistake at the top. It lists the founder of the first generation of our Verity family tree as Agravain. It is scribbled out, and then Aglaval is written next to it. Then, even though it's not on the actual document, it'll be kind of next to it is Agravain's name written in brackets with another little square. Some other things we might notice is that I've mentioned before that Ungolon has like 5 main genders that people tend to sort themselves into. People don't necessarily have to assign themselves to that, but that is reflected in our Verity family tree. So we have a circle for woman, we have a square for man, and then we have a hexagon for femme-aligned non-binary, a triangle for agender or non-binary people, and a diamond shape for masculine non-binary people. But as I said, not everyone has to adhere to those. It's really just kind of there on government forms. So this is reflected in our family tree. So to start with, we have our founder, which is Aglaval. Next to him is Agravain, listed as a multiple birth. So it appears that Agravain and Aglaval are brothers. So as Father Ox is kind of like doing some light reading at the beginning of the book, just in an introduction, you find that the Verity family tree was founded by Aglaval. He was listed as the founder of the family. He came to own this property with his twin brother, Agravain. They were sold this property as farming property. So they, Agravain and Aglaval, bought this property together. They were sold it by somebody who was a bit of a huckster, somebody who tricked them into buying something that was not good farmland. They were starving and scared. Nobody knows what caused the duel that made Aglaval kill his brother Agravain, who by all accounts was much more martially inclined. But Aglaval was extremely distraught after this, even naming his son Agravain II after his dead beloved twin brother. When the story goes that when Aglaval went to bury his twin brother, he dug his shovel into the earth and dug up beautiful shining stones, a heap of blue-veined marble, not yet even seen on this plane of existence. That it revealed the true Earth's bounty, and so was named the township that the Verity family ended up founding. Plenty of other minerals and different precious stones were found on this property. It wasn't good for farming, but as they dug deeper and deeper, they found all of the gems, all of the marble that soon became the most valued exports, and thus the greatest assets to this community that built the foundation for Earth's bounty, the township. And that is where Aglaval Verity first got his fortune. He married a person who joined the town later, Gerona, and his son Agravain II married Lady Marcille, who was a titled lady. Given that they had a lot of prestigiousness by their family name, the Verity family became the known name of the new house. And that is how they essentially kind of bought their way into nobility, and thus became the lords and ladies and ladixes of the Verity family. But with just a bit of light reading, that's all you get currently in this family tree.
Okay.
If you dig deeper, you might find more.
Okay.
But I think that's all you'd be able to get within the first few pages.
So to confirm, Agravain was murdered by an unknown assailant.
Agravain was killed in a duel.
Killed in a duel.
Killed in a duel by his brother Aglaval.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I skipped over that. This is why we're going to be re-recording this. I'll tell you when we come back in. Aglaval killed his brother Agravain. Nobody knows what caused the duel. By all accounts, they were beloved twin brothers. And Aglaval appeared to be distraught, went to bury his brother, which is when he discovered this. Later, he named his own son, his firstborn, after his brother, Agravain II, who became his heir. All right, we'll have that be the info dump. Does anyone else have any questions of clarity? I'm sorry that what didn't make it clear that who killed who.
No, it just, no.
Yeah. All right, so we'll go back in. Father Ox has just finished reading some news of the founding of the Verity State. And we just had a bit of an info dump. So now we are back in the parlor. I assume Father Ox is sitting or standing over Olive, who is passed out on the parlor couch. Everyone else is still outside, I believe, at this time. Mo Chū and Dart just had a wonderful, heartfelt talk. Dart, I am going to get you to make a perception check, please, with advantage.
Ooh, I like advantages. Ooh, I need an advantage. Fuck right off. With advantage, my highest there was 6.
With 6, great. Dart doesn't see anything. However, you do hear a voice in your head that says, "We'll have some business to attend to later tonight. You're in for a long one, kid. But you can finish up here with your friends, and then I'll have you all to myself."
Great.
I'm standing flummoxed in front of this busted up statue, sort of, like thinking to myself, like, Theodosia, I will. I'm so sorry. I didn't anticipate very, very strong halflings. This was very uncalled for.
You hear
and I sort of
you hear footsteps approaching hurriedly. A lantern in the distance. You can see reflecting off the face of this someone with a hat drawn down onto their brow, coming up. This would be Adair hurriedly coming up from the Crownskeeper's cottage, being like, "Oh, I heard a commotion. Is everyone okay?"
We have a man down.
A statue.
Yes, well, some outsiders seem to have come here to, graffiti and damage and such. You know how the youths are. One of us attempted to scare them off and did so with their large muscles, but we were unable to catch the assailants. So I'm very sorry that we stopped them before they got anywhere else, though. That's the important part, right?
Yeah, is anyone hurt?
I think we took a few blows from the nonsense, but otherwise I think we're quite all right. Nothing beyond our abilities to heal. Are
good.
you all right?
Yeah, I just came to check on everyone. My wife Laura has some healing abilities and tinctures and stuff if you need any assistance, but if you have it from here.
No, we'll cover it from here. We'll speak with you in the morning about what happened, and perhaps we'll come up with some sort of plan for reparations. But for now, everything's fine. Don't worry.
Of course. We'll clean this up in the morning. All right. Have a good night, everyone. Everyone, get to bed safely. See you in the morning. And you see the lantern disappear into the darkness. And I interrupted you. You were about to say something before Adair arrived.
Yes, no, that's totally fine. Aegon looks over the nonsense that has occurred and surveys for damage, or, now that he's out here thinking, well, we saw a guy who looked like this guy who was a gelatin monster. Perhaps there's something here. And I sort of look through the rubble while everyone heads inside, I guess.
Great. So you look through the rubble. Do a investigation check, please.
Yeah, buddy. We're gonna use some inspiration. That's okay. Great.
Oh, I forgot about inspiration.
Yeah. Yep. No. Yep.
17. What does a 17 get me?
As you push the statue over, you see its face is now completely gone. There's no face on the statue anymore. It hit so hard that it completely shattered. As you bend closer, you see the grass has grown up around the base. You would notice at this point that the family motto is underneath the name of, Aegon Verity, founder of the Verity Estate. And underneath that, very closely in close script, you read that there is infernal writing beneath it, hidden by the grass.
Infernal. That's one of mine, baby.
Yeah. So
yeah, I read infernal.
Celestial. The celestial motto would, as we remember, says, "With greatness comes sacrifice," and infernal.
Right.
It says, "With sacrifice comes greatness."
Oof. Yeah.
And those infernal worlds shine red.
This is an interesting development. Well then, look down at the sort of busted up statue and look around, take the head and just sit it on the whatever's left of the pedestal where the ankles broke off. I just put the busted up head there, and I'm well, someone will be along to deal with you, and then dust off the head and turn around and come back inside.
Wonderful. Is everyone inside at this point?
Mm-hmm.
Are we all in the parlor?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. A passed out Olive breathes heavily on the parlor. She almost appears her eyelids are flickering as though she's in a dream.
She's dreaming that good mulled wine sleep.
That mulled wine possession sleep. Am I right?
Well, hopefully she's not still possessed. I think we evacuated that, whatever it was.
One might be surprised by the way things linger.
I mean,
Which is all to say that while I appreciate the comfort of a quiet and I don't think salacious, it means what I want it to mean. Solitudinal? I don't think that's a real word.
Solemnity?
Solitude.
I think solitudinal is a word. It
Interesting.
sounds like a word.
I'll try
That'll
again.
be potato salad.
Which is all to say that I do not believe we should be sleeping in the solitude of our own rooms tonight. Perhaps a series of watches may be prudent.
I sort of walk into the doorway after hearing this. Oh, we're having a slumber party, are we? All right. This would be the first, so I'm not really sure how we do that. Do we put the sleeping bags together? Is there some sort of ritual? I'm very unfamiliar with this. It'd be nice. I haven't.
Doggett already has his sleeping roll like out and like ready to unroll it. Like in here, I packed a sleeping roll.
A Chū Chū has her bedroll out. She's prone on the ground. Her eyes are closed.
Is Chū Chū already asleep?
She might be, yeah. She's just silently has gotten her shit out and is asleep. She's
Aegon,
gone.
you can follow their lead, or if you want to stay up, typically people will, compare natal charts and, I don't know. I don't know what people do anymore.
Natal. What do you mean by natal charts? I take out my book. It's
like,
yes. Tell me of this ritual of natal charts.
Natal charts. So yes. So comparing, where the stars and other celestial bodies in the sky were kind of placed at the moment of your birth, and there's a lot of lore about what that may influence in terms of your personality or your path in life. So, it was a fun thing that we did when we were young, was kind of just compare, where the stars were in the sky when we were born, and then kind of say oh, that means that, I'm going to be rich and famous one day, and you are going to live in a bog. Stuff like that. It's fun.
Oh, Miss Finola, from your memoirs that you're writing, I remember another thing that you said you used to do, and he takes out a Ouija board. Ouija board. And he's like, oh, this might be too on the nose. There was another thing that you said. He takes out an empty bottle. We have, oh, perhaps that would be unprofessional. I'm sorry. I'll put this away.
Aegon sort of what trinkets are those? Bring those out again.
They're artifacts for some are for communing with spirits and undead, and some are for, engaging in other intimacies.
How do you get intimate with a Ouija board?
You open yourself up to spirits.
Oh, and how do you get intimate with an empty bottle?
You spin
well, in one case that we did, sorry. I cut you off, Finola, sorry.
And so this glass bottle intimacy, is this...
Do you want
we can talk about this later.
Do you want to see how it works?
Yes. Aegon sits down happily beside, between you and Chū Chū.
She's asleep.
I
can't
conked
consent
out.
to this game.
I know. It's your prone body.
Aegon doesn't know the rules.
Yeah, I don't know how to play. I don't know what's happening. So I just sit down excitedly, and there's this moment of This is going to be very educational. I'm going to learn a lot here.
It's just you, me, and Doggett.
Doggett has the
Does
bottle.
anyone else want to play intimate bottle with us?
Dart, knowing what the game is, he's just like, you guys have fun. I gotta use the facilities.
Yeah, that's fair. That's totally fair, Dart.
And he's gonna go to wherever like the nearest bathroom is.
Sure. A lot of the bathrooms are attached to the bedroom, so you would have to go upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. You
I
as
look
you
to Father Ox. Are you going to play intimate bottle with us?
Father Ox flips his eye, he's still reading, and he looks up for a moment, and he says, well, no, thank you. And then he keeps reading.
Okay.
All right, Aegon, are you ready? It looks like it's just you, me, and Doggett. So here's
Okay.
you to play intimate bottle.
all right. Gosh. I really want to see how this plays out, but first we're gonna follow we're gonna follow Dart up the stairwell. Dart, as you go up the stairwell, no one else is around. At the top of the stairs, you see a light shimmer. There is a well-dressed man. He says, Theodosia, no, and falls down the stairs, moving through you. Can you roll a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Yes, I can. Will I finally roll well?
Don't forget your inspiration.
21.
21. This ghostly form falls through you. You feel cold for a second, but you still yourself. You know what? You're used to this coldness. This coldness is with you nearly all the time. And it passes through you. You see the form of Chaucy Verity fall to the bottom of the stairs, break his neck with a disgusting sound, and then disappear. But you hold yourself and you steel yourself and you continue up the stairs.
He kind of watches Chaucy fall and everything, and like just kind of watches it, and like it almost doesn't even faze him. He just kind of like, yeah, that's the thing, and then just keeps walking after it's all done.
You see that there's an open door and a restroom available to you.
Cool. He goes in. Is there a mirror in this bathroom?
There is a mirror, yes. It would be over the sink, and there's also a full-length mirror off the side of the bathtub.
Cool. He just looks like goes over the sink and kind of puts his hands.
Okay,
both
it is a
sides.
human sink. You might have to use the full-length
Okay.
bathroom.
Sure. He goes to the sink and then is like, humans, and then goes to the full-length one. It just kind of looks and just kind of like stares at himself in the mirror. And then like while he's there, he stares at himself for like a good minute or two. And then he kind of takes a deep breath, and he takes off his mask.
Hello.
And he looks at it. Looks at himself and like all his scarring and everything like that. And he just tosses his mask to the ground and walks out.
You hear in your voice, looking good, friend.
Yeah, thanks. I ain't feeling too hot.
Right.
But yeah, and then he just kind of goes back, kind of slowly. He goes back to the parlor, and if nothing happens on the way there, when he gets there, he just kind of like waits outside the door, and like kind of gathers himself and gathers his courage to walk through the door. Kind of, other than when he is got his buddy with him controlling things. This is like the first time he's exposing himself as him. And then he walks in.
Wow, without a mask. Amazing. Beautiful. All right, and we're all assembled in the parlor. Let's go back to this bottle game. So as Dart left, we left off with the bottle. And
Really punctuating these moments of growth between Chū Chū and Dart here with some intimate bottle.
Oh, wonderful. So we don't have a D3, we do have a D6. Claim your numbers. It's Doggett and Finola and Aegon.
Why don't you just do like a 1 to 2?
Yeah,
And then
1 to 2 is Aegon, because since he wants to learn. 3 to 4 is Doggett, because he's teaching, and Finola is reluctantly the 5 and 6.
Doggett teach this? Are you kidding me?
You're not letting Doggett. All right, we'll take the lead, but that's the assigned
Like
numbers.
he's playing. No, Aegon wants to know how to play, so he is going to play.
Doggett, take the wheel.
Oh no. All right, Aegon. Here we go. You're playing intimate bottle. You're in control of the bottle. So Finola places the bottle on its side on the ground. Why do we even have this bottle? Where did this come from?
We use it to collect samples of other realmsly, sludge and stuff.
Thank you, Doggett.
You're welcome.
Ah, yes.
I
it's
have
so
a
fun.
fork.
You keep such good track of my things. And Aegon, you spin that bottle on its side and see where the neck of the bottle points. Just go for it.
Sure, yes, this seems very manageable.
It's a simple
Spin
game
the bottle.
by children often. You spin that bottle.
So I
Great.
roll that sweet D6. This is good.
Yes, roll that sweet D6.
Oh, am I rolling it? I can.
Yeah, you're rolling it. You're spinning.
Oh no. Okay. I hope this works out.
How do you define working out?
Do we do 2 rolls, like one for each end the bottle's pointing at?
So it's if you roll 1 to 2, that's you. If you roll 3 to 4, that's Doggett, and 5 to 6 is Finola.
I rolled a 1.
So it lands on you.
Okay.
If it lands on yourself, as far as I know, that's like, why don't you just try it again? It doesn't work that way. Intimacy bottle doesn't work that way.
Yes, very hard to be intimate with yourself. I agree.
Oh, good. So you got that point. You got that point. You got that far.
Oh, wait. Sure. Yes. Well, I mean, it's hard to share intimate thoughts with oneself. Rolls again. This time. Uh-oh. My internet dice are bugging out. Okay, there we go.
Oh, no.
6.
That's Finola.
That's me. Okay, so if we were really playing this game, sorry, did you say intimate thoughts?
That's
Yeah.
what intimacy is, isn't it? When
Yes,
you share.
absolutely share an intimate thought with me. We don't do it in front of everyone else, otherwise you're just announcing it to the room.
Sure. I walk over to the hallway with you.
And see Dart come down the stairs.
Yeah. And I look directly into your eyes and I say, this is the first childhood game that I have played since that I can remember. So this is very lovely. There wasn't a lot of time for fun at the Abbey. There wasn't any time for fun. It was all research. I was the only one in my age group, only one in my class. So this intimate bottle, I am excited. This is great. Is that correct? Am I winning?
You're doing great. That's great. I'll just kiss the tip of my finger and just pat it on his forehead and reach up and just There you go. Intimacy bottle.
Yes. Is this how we confer points?
Yeah, well, it's not really a points-based game. It's more of a like, did you complete the task? And yes, that's the confirming task is complete.
Wondrous.
Yeah.
And I head back to where the bottle is, and I take out my journal and I start drawing, like sort of a nice sketch of like a bottle in motion, and sort of like like a spinning bottle, kind of like if you flick through in the pages at the bottom of the corner, you would see a simple design of a bottle spinning. So he's working on that and sort of ruminating on like, childhood is not that hard. You could just do it later. You don't have to do it when you're a child. Your childhood anytime, all the time. Sure.
It's a nice game,
Yes,
isn't it?
Yes.
Doggett.
It feels good to be intimate, doesn't it?
Yes, I understand why children enjoy intimate bottle.
Doggett looks like so excited and is just writing feverishly in the journal and is like, yes, Miss Finola, I know that we'll get the scoop later. I understand.
Doggett, what are you doing? What? Just we don't have to.
This is exactly the kind of tension and developments that some of our readers enjoy.
Okay, that's fine, I guess. Like,
All right.
It is good to see your face. Would you mind taking over for a few minutes so that I might catch some shut-eye? I trust you to be on the lookout. And he nods very sagely at you and gestures with the book.
Yeah, I'll do my best, I guess.
I know you will. And he kind of shuffles back deeper into the chair. Kind of does the old man thing where you sleep in a chair like this. Do you know what I mean? Yes.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. And he'll nod off like this for a little while.
That is Nina's dad.
that is
Yeah,
my
it's like
dad.
a dad move, right?
Yeah.
Like huff back in the chair, like.
Excellent.
The only way it'd be better if you had like generic television on in the background, like Spike TV.
Oh, that's
or
you
whatever.
two. That's you two right now.
Pablum.
Well, so we're taking watch and resting. Obviously Chū Chū is resting on first watch. How is this watch going to be organized? Are we doing? Everyone probably needs 6 hours if we want to get our long rest in, and it is roughly midnight-ish.
I can go next.
All right.
I don't know how long we want to make our watches, but like I can go next.
I think if we each go for an hour, we get a 7-hour rest.
Yeah.
Ish, which constitutes a long rest.
Thank you for organizing that, Andrew.
All right. So Chū Chū will be woken up in an hour. Second is. Sorry, I'm just writing down these numbers. So second.
I think I would
Chū Chū.
try to overlap with Chū Chū to try to talk a little bit.
Okay. So Dart next. Who after? Who's third?
Father Ox likes to wake up early, so
All right.
if he could be last watch, that'd be cool.
That'd be great. So we'll put Father Ox as number 6. Then I have, as number 5. And who is third and who is fourth?
I think that only leaves Finola and myself.
Oh, sorry.
my
I
goodness,
thought I
there's
had.
Doggett. Oh my gosh.
That's okay.
Doggett will go whenever Finola tells him to.
Yeah, he can just sleep the night. Like he's fine.
I don't feel like sleeping. I just want to stay awake. I'm very excited.
So that you can have your sharpest wits about you tomorrow.
Oh, that's true. I do have to sharpen all my quills too. Oh, my sharpest nibs about me.
Oh my goodness. Sorry, I thought I had already like said that I was going, but yeah, I can go whenever.
Sorry.
I'll go like before Finola, like pass off to Finola, and then Finola can pass off to
All right.
Father Ox.
Aegon, Finola, Father Ox. Yes. Okay. Great. So, great. So an hour passes, and somebody is going to arise to wake Chū Chū. I assume that's going to be Dart, who will be next.
Yeah. I just like very, very gently kind of like put pressure on like your shoulder to be like,
What?
hey, sorry, we're taking turns doing this, and it's your turn to keep an eye out.
Okay, fine. And Chū Chū slowly, agonizingly gets up, sort of rolls out of her joints, and starts getting ready to take watch.
And then Dart just kind of sits there while Chū Chū does that, and he's like, "Hey, Chū Chū, I am sorry for not being honest with you, and I was scared, and I'm also sorry to hear about what happened to you."
What's in the past can't be changed. It's fine. But it's nice to hear that from you. Where's your mask?
Well, you getting mad at me and wanting me to be more honest. I thought, the mask was part of me hiding myself, and it was part of me not being honest, and especially around you. But I think these people that we're with, they seem like they've seen some shit, so maybe my face ain't gonna be so scary to them.
It does seem that way. Seems like the lady Mio Pozo, or whatever her name is, of the house, definitely chose some people well-versed in whatever the hell's going on. But listen, Dart, I kind of told you what's happening or happened to me. What's exactly is going on with you? What was that thing that people sensed inside you?
You're so close to being finished. Just wait another night.
It's still really hard for me to talk about. But I think you probably understand my headaches and everything from the sound of things.
Yeah, it seems to be related to the pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, that stuff.
No, go ahead.
I do want to talk to you. I want to tell you. I need you to believe me that it ain't the time right now. And I will tell you everything.
I can't keep just holding on indefinitely. When are you going to tell me? Tomorrow? 2 days from now? A week? A month? When are you actually going to take your mask off, Dart?
When I think it's safe to do so. For you. I need you to trust me. I need you. If what you're telling me is true, then I just need you to understand and to trust me.
I can't with you right now, Dart. You're asking something I don't even. How do I know it's you that's talking right now, frankly? How can I How can I trust you, given I feel like I don't even know you anymore? Just go to sleep, Dart. I'm too tired for this.
Now is the perfect time to leave and get up to that business that I was talking about. Just take a break. Chū Chū doesn't want to see your face anyway. Who does?
He just kind of sits there and like looks at Chū Chū, hoping for like more from her. And when she kind of doesn't say anything, he does get up and leave the room.
Hey, where are you going?
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay, fine. Chū Chū settles back in.
Chū Chū, just before I continue with Dart, can I get you to roll a perception check? And Dart, I'm going to get you to do an opposed stealth check.
Oh boy, okay. Ooh, 22.
17.
Dart, the voice tells you to walk outside. And Chū Chū, you do notice that as quiet as Dart is trying to open that door, you are really curious about where he's going. And when you hear a tiny squeak, you look outside and manage to see Dart walking down to the front gates.
Chū Chū looks around at everyone sleeping. Conked out Olive's also there, right?
Olive's also asleep on the parlor couch. Yes.
Goes over to Father Ox and shakes him awake. I have to go
Connie,
take
is
care of
that-
something.
Well,
Can you keep watch while I'm gone? I'll be right back.
Mo Chū, where are you? All right, she's gone. All right.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm out of there. I
Nailed it,
scram.
Kevin. Absolutely. Yep.
I'm hoofing it, following Dart.
Wonderful. Are you trying to be quiet?
It's dark, right? I'll try to be sneaky. I'll
Okay,
roll that
roll
stealth.
Dart, you have been told by the voice inside your head to walk down to the gates and to walk down to the crossroads that leads to Earth's bounty. There is a crossroads there in front of the gates.
Okay.
I got a 20.
20. You are hidden in the shadows. This little halfling covered in soot and grime, and you blend in with the shadows and follow stealthily behind Dart, who seems rather fixated on going outside these gates, leaving it open just a crack, enough for you to sneak on through as well. Dart, you go to the crossroads, and the thing inside you says, "Open up to me. Let me take control just for a bit. I'm not here to hurt anyone. I'm just doing some business." It's going to help you get rid of me.
You have to promise me you ain't gonna hurt nobody.
I promise I'm not going to hurt anyone tonight. You feel your hand raise as the oath happens.
And I reluctantly give in.
Your eyes turn black. There is no need to remove the mask as you already have. Anyone watching would see Dart's features twist into the unnatural. Another thing is controlling the musculature. So there is this thing where all of our faces, we have our little tics. I talk out of the side of my mouth. Some people blink a lot. Some people flare their nostrils. Whatever mannerisms Dart has have now been twisted onto his tiny halfling face. The burns become more menacing and almost appear to pulse with the twisted features that come across his eyes. And he goes over to the crossroads beam that marks the entrance to Earth's bounty to the Verity estate, and he holds that, and he says, Hexada, Hexada, Hexada. I am here, your willing servant, Hexada, Hexada.
Is this Dart's voice?
It would be Dart's voice tinged with something else.
Okay.
Definitely something we would not recognize.
If I may, the idea I had for something like this is it would be my voice, but the accent would be gone.
Ah, all right. So no accent, flat American. So when you say no accent, I'm kind of like, what is an accent really?
The New York is in there. He would talk more kind of in my tone, like.
Richard, could you do it? Could you say Hexada in your voice?
Ooh,
I want to hear it.
Hexada, 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 Hexada.
A beam seems to come out of the crossroads thing, this bright red light. And Chū Chū, for a moment, you can actually read the signs of the crossroads. Earth's bounty becomes lit up with infernal for Earth's bounty. The Verity estate becomes lit up with infernal for the Verity estate, as do the other directions. And suddenly balanced delicately on the top of this beam, a toe leaning up to a very lean, lithe body of a figure that appears to be womanish, but with scales covering certain parts, and lovely curves, delicately crafted, but also bat's wings merging from shoulder blades. And the wings dip down, and she lightly lands on the ground in front of Dart's figure. Ah, Father Digrest. Oh, it is good to see you again. How long has it been since the Digrest Manor?
Too long.
Well, I know you have been taunting this poor boy, and let me tell you, you won't be in this meat shield for very long. I know you're in need of a new home. Just patience, perhaps but a year more, and then I'll be done my game.
A year.
Yes, a year. Oh, well, I have to come to terms with my contract, you see. Yes, it was just, a little game with some silly humans. They do have short lifespans. It doesn't take very long to get through 10 generations.
I am through with this waiting.
Well, unfortunately, if you are my servant, you have no choice, do you? But thank you for playing along. Really, just wait a time. And perhaps we might even conclude before tonight, but if you don't wait that full year, there could be some other interesting developments if you'd be interested. Are you listening?
You have my attention.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to you in the shadows there.
Quick question before Chū Chū proceeds. Does this devil lady look? Can I recognize her from books I've read or anything like that? Like her visage?
Books that Chū Chū has read while being alone.
Picture books. Looking at the pictures.
Any pop-up books with her?
Yeah.
Any demonic Caillou adventures?
You see a symbol on her necklace, and this is a symbol that you recognize, and this is the symbol for Hexada. So you would be able to read this in Infernal.
If it's okay with you, unless it depends on what you had in mind for Chū Chū's possession. I was thinking Chū Chū is possessed by something demonic. So
demonic,
abyssal.
so not devil, but abyssal.
Yeah.
Okay. So in this, but you can read Infernal, right? Or was I saying that incorrectly before?
All I have down is Abyssal and Celestial.
Oh. Well,
Sort of
I was
shoot
gonna
myself in
give
the
you
foot.
no worries.
If it makes more sense for
Um,
Chū Chū to be possessed by something infernal instead of Abyssal, I can do that. It's
That's
no
fine.
big deal.
Let's Abyssal's fine, but probably through the course of like your studies, this is a symbol that you recognize as rather malevolent.
Okay.
And this figure from your not pop-up books, but illustrations of evil things that you have tried to research. You would recognize this to be the symbol for Hexada. It actually has Hexada is the name of some kind of devil, some malevolent force in this universe. Who likes to toy with mortals, collect souls, make them do her bidding. So this is definitely a devil, which you probably have worshipped. Sorry, people have worshipped, not that you have worshipped.
Yes.
But that you don't know that this is a malevolent force in this world.
The interesting thing is, I'm not sure what it's like in the canon of this setting,
Yes.
but in a lot of 5th edition, devils and demons hate each other.
They do.
They're like at war with each other.
Yes, they are.
Like,
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Chū Chū hears this voice call out to her. She's like, there could be someone else in the shadows. And like stays in the shadows a little bit longer.
Very sweet, very innocent. Although your innocence has been taken long before from some of the nasty things that have happened to you. I do like to keep on top of the comings and goings of our demon friends. Please come out of the shadows, Mo Chū. I won't hurt you. It's not part of my game. Not here.
Is there a rat or some kind of small animal nearby?
Do a survival check to see if you can see one.
Yeah. Survival. That's a 17, 20.
Yeah, there is totally a little rat in the bushes.
While she's talking to me, I whisper to the rat. I can speak with small beasts through sounds, gestures, and simple ideas. I like make rat noises, but it basically means, hey, psst, hey, buddy, you want some fat cheese? I got some cheese for you.
Roll animal handling with persuasion for this creature to do whatever you wish.
So what's the base stat for that?
I haven't looked up rats before. I was not anticipating this.
Wisdom, right? With persuasion, that's charisma. Fuck. Okay, that's -3. Okay, 16. Okay.
16? Yeah, it's interested, especially since you're bribing it.
I need you to come out of the shadow. You see that thing at the crossroad thing? Don't worry about it. It says it's not gonna hurt you. Just come out, act like you can understand what it's saying. Pretend to be me, okay? Just act like a person. Pretend you're me.
All right, let's see. Let's do a performance check on this rat. I'm gonna look up things I've not thought that I've had to look up.
What's a rat's charisma score?
5.
What's a rat's charisma score?
D&D stats. Let's find out. I did not have this prepared.
Who knows? It could be a hot rat. This could be a
I could
very,
be a really sexy
very
rat.
hot rat.
Nat 20 for the rat. Rat 20.
A rat 20.
Rat 20. Oh, fun. That's inspiration right there.
Yes.
I will allow you to use this inspiration on this rat because that would be too funny. Because a rat has a -3 to charisma.
Let's do it. Let me know what the number you roll is before you calculate the success, and I'll let you know if
I'll have you roll. I don't want people to tell me that I'm lying. You can roll for this rat that you have summoned, that
Come on.
you have bribed.
Hot
Roll
money,
for
hot
rat.
money.
You can
Big
give it
money, big money.
inspiration.
18.
Oh!
Okay, that would be a 15.
15 with the -3. So this rat pops up on its hind legs and moves forward through the gates. And in its best imitation of Mo Chū, goes to a devil. Hold on. Let's see if she's convinced with a 15. She rolled a 2.
tell me we just tricked a demon.
Devil. All right.
Devil.
This devil is very distracted, very confused, taking this in. This rat appears to understand the conversation. And through her confusion, Hexada looks at this rat and goes, well, I was not expecting that. I have to say, I didn't know that Dart's friend could shapeshift. This is a rather interesting development. What is Chū Chū doing? Is Chū Chū...
Chū Chū's like desperately gesturing like in the shadows to the rat, like telling it how to act,
Great.
like what to do, like trying to, you know, like
the rat's occasionally looking back.
yeah.
And is gesturing like as best as a rat can with a 15 against a 2 perception.
Would Father Diecrest look at all?
Sure, yeah, I think you would. I think Father Diecrest would. I'm gonna get you to roll for Father Diecrest to see if Father Diecrest is receiving this and is
so this is a perception?
Oh
this
god.
would be,
Oh my god, what is happening?
But it would be through Dart's eyes, so just add Dart's perception.
Okay, what is he beating? A 15?
15.
So
perceive this rat as not Chū Chū.
he looks down and then looks back up at her, and he's
Hexada.
like, "You don't seriously believe this, do you?"
Hexada, very unconvincing, says, "Oh, I was just playing along." You know us devils, we do like our games. And is extremely embarrassed.
And then
cannot
Dart,
cover it.
Dart / Father Diecrest is going to like kick dirt at the rat to like scare it away.
And it squeaks and runs away. It's not brave enough to stay. Let's be honest.
Fine.
Yeah.
Chū Chū quickly chucks can we say there's like some cheese in her rations?
Sure. Yep.
Chucks a hunk of cheese at where the rat scattered away to.
Great.
She keeps her word.
Excellent. Wow. What a bizarre moment. All right. How does
What is happening?
Chū Chū steps out of the shadows and says, she's clearly terrified. Okay, she clearly looks really scared, but she says, fooled by a rodent. That's kind of pathetic.
I wasn't. I was clearly just playing along. I said I wouldn't hurt you, and I'm true to my word. Us devils, we stick to our contracts, but I am highly considering breaking it for you, my dear.
Well, if there's anything I know about dark entities trespassing on this plane, is you won't be here for much longer, unless you've latched onto someone. So, come at me if you dare.
Oh no, that would be interfering, and I can't do that. How sad. It would be fun to tear your little head off. But
first of all,
Diecrest.
My head's not little. It's rather large in terms of proportionally compared to the rest of my body. Given that I'm happy. Second of all, who the hell's Father Diecrest? What are you doing with my friend?
And then when you say who the hell's Father Diecrest, I turn to look at you, and then you can, like Cora was explaining, like Dart's face is his face, but not really.
Who are you?
Why, I'm Father Diecrest.
You don't look like a dad to me. What? Father Diecrest? Why? What do you want with Dart? What is your relationship to him? Why him?
I don't think our relationship is any of your concern, but
on the
let's
contrary,
just say I'm closer to Dart than you have ever been.
That's not true. Dart and I are best friends. We're bros. We're half and half.
Well, You're half and half by name. I truly am Dart's other half.
Yeah, the ugly one, clearly. Leave him alone. Get out of his body. Just go back to the hells or wherever you're from.
Oh, I'm not finished with Dart quite yet.
Oh, yeah? Well, maybe I just have to teach you a lesson. And Chū Chū unsheaths her lance and whips it out.
Are you going to attack? If so, I'll get you both to roll for initiative. Or are you just showing bravado?
For now, I'm showing bravado.
All right, well, can you do an intimidation check for me, please?
Oh my god. Okay, yes. It cancels out my -3 charisma because I do have proficiency
That's
in it.
fine.
So it's just a straight 20. 16.
16. Father Diecrest, can you roll, please?
What am I rolling?
Let's do an opposed intimidation check.
Okay.
And instead of Dart's stats, add +3.
Having a scare off.
That's what Dart's stat is anyway.
Oh, well, good. Great.
Low roll.
Father Diecrest is intimidated.
The love of Mo Chū shines through. This is a pure love. This is like sibling love. This bond is greater. They built it themselves even with you present, Father Diecrest. You cannot break this even if you took someone to the other realm. These are true friends, true half and half. And that is intimidating. You have never known this kind of love.
Bros before ghosts.
Oh, too good. Too terrible. Take an inspiration. That's what you get. Yeah. Wonderful. Well, Hexada sighs and goes, I tire of this. I have my own little game. Little child, can you please be on your way? I'm catching up with an old friend.
I'll be on my way if you tell me what the heck is happening. I heard everything you said. What, 10 generations? What do you want with the Verity estate? What nefarious plans are you putting in motion? Tell me.
Oh dear, she is going to be a bother, isn't she, Father Diecrest?
She always has been.
I know that's not Dart talking.
We're going to have to do something about that. But I can't. And
I have the power of my muscles and rats on my side. Don't fuck with me.
Sorry, what's the devil's name again? I keep forgetting.
Hexada.
I'm just gonna write that down quickly. When Hexada says that, he's just like, well, say no more. And he's going to reach out and cast
Oh my god.
Chill Touch on Chū Chū. So a hand comes out of the ground and just grabs on to Chū Chū.
Is that like a dex save or a
I think it's me rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Can you use... I don't want to use inspiration against Chū Chū. Never mind.
No, that makes sense. It makes sense. You can use inspiration against
No,
it. That's fine.
It is Dart's inspiration. It is not Father's Diecrest.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Cool.
You just got an 11 then.
My AC is 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you see a hand come up, but it doesn't.
I like roll out of the way, with my barbarian intuition, and I go, you know what? I'm not gonna kill you because you're in my friend's body, but my friend's fallen down his fair share of chimney shafts, and I'm the worst fucking chimney shaft you can fall down. And she is going to use her bonus action to rage. Are we in combat? Are we fighting?
Hold on. I just need to say, I hope no one gets shafted. That'd be the I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm not.
Boo! Your characters lose inspiration. Boo!
In my world, puns are the highest form of humor,
Boo.
and everyone must laugh. If I said
ha 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 ha.